Welcome to Friday Friends, RI Elder Info's weekly look at the organizations and individuals providing resources for Rhode Island seniors, caregivers, and professionals.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's 9:00 on Friday, and you are watching Friday Friends with me, Deb Burton, Executive Director of RI Elder Info, where every week I bring you information that you or someone you know needs to know about. So please make sure you hit the like button, the share button, the bells, the whistles, the follows, all of those cues that say, hey, this is important. Check this out. Going to talk today about safety around individuals who have dementia, and it's going to be information that's going to maybe touch your heart a little bit. So I want to just give you that heads up, but it's also really important information that maybe we don't think of as often as maybe we ought to. So make sure you share this out, because this is something that is impacting far more people in your life than you may realize. Now, as you all know, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we could not do this without the help of our sponsors and our donors. So a big thank you to United Healthcare. Next Friday, the 13th, is going to be our lucky day. We are hosting our third annual Laughter is Ageless comedy fundraiser. There's still tickets left if you would like them. The tickets are $25. It's going to be held at the Tri-City Elks in Warwick. And a huge shout out to Brightside Behavioral Health for being our diamond sponsor. We are truly grateful for helping us reach more people with their support with our fundraiser. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. It's been a long, cold winter. Come on out and have a laugh. And Friday Friends is brought to you by McCarthy Law. Here's a message from McCarthy Law.
Here at McCarthy Law, we practice in the areas of estate planning, long-term care planning, elder care law, and residential real estate. Our focus is really on providing peace of mind to our clients.
If you're interested in scheduling a consultation with our office, you can feel free to reach out to us at 401-541-5540. You can also reach out via website at www.mccarthylawri.com. You also should check out our social media, both on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, for some helpful tips and tricks.
Okay, I know it's not just me, but I got to tell you, I have been following the Nancy Guthrie story. It is heartbreaking and fascinating all at the same time. And I truly send prayers and hope that Mrs. Guthrie is found and brought home. I can't imagine the heartbreak that family is going through. But one of the first things when she was found to be missing, one of the very first things they did was to clarify she does not have dementia. And that was something that was actually really important for the news to share, because a lot of times individuals with dementia do wander. And sometimes we think of wandering as going room to room in the house, or an individual who is saying, I want to go home. And you try to reorient them, mom, dad, you're home, your partner, this is your home. You've lived here for the last 50 years. But part of the heartbreak of dementia is it robs you of your ability to recognize the things that are ordinarily familiar. And if you think about it, like, when you go on vacation and you stay in a nice hotel and they've got the super soft sheets and the really comfy pillow, and it feels so nice when you get in it, right? They got a fluffy comforter and it's just all nestled in, but you're laying there and you're like, this is not my bed. I'm not at home. When you get home from vacation, you might miss the sun and sand, particularly after the blizzard last week, but you might miss that sun and sand but you really do like snuggling into your bed, your sheets, your pillow. And that's because your brain is recognizing the familiarity of the senses, the smell, the feel, all of those things that tell you that this is your place in the world. And unfortunately, dementia can rob people of that sense of comfort and safety. And an individual may be saying, I want to go home. But what may actually be being experienced is that sense of safety, of being home, has been robbed by the dementia. And so there isn't that sense of familiarity. Just like right now, if you had to go get a spoon out of your kitchen drawer, you don't have to check every drawer to figure out where that spoon is. You know it. When you're cooking, you automatically know where to reach for the salt. You automatically know how to open the refrigerator and get out the milk because these things are familiar to you. Dementia robs people of that. And in so doing, you can start looking for that sense of comfort, that sense of feeling home, that sense of these surroundings are familiar to me. And unfortunately, individuals do leave the house, and sometimes they're found and sometimes they're not, or not found in a timely manner. And it can be wildly scary for the family members. It is important to understand that even if your loved one is not wandering right now, there is a really good chance with dementia that it will happen. And to be safe, some of the things that you can do are to install one of the video doorbells that we always think of are like for letting us know when our Amazon delivery is coming. It can also tell you when your loved one has left the house, what were they wearing, what direction did they turn. And make sure that you have the plan that saves the video. As we've seen with Nancy Guthrie's case, the videos were not automatically stored locally, and so it took longer to download those videos. Usually, it's not a lot of money in order to have those videos stored. So something to think about from a video capacity. The other thing is register your loved one with your local police station as an individual who has dementia. It's important that you bring a recent photo. Don't bring the wedding photo from 1950. Great picture. Not helpful if she's missing today. Bring it and let the police know. Many police stations have a form to fill out that if say, your dad his name is Frank Arthur, but he never went by Frank. He went by Art. You would include the fact that he responds to Art, not Frank. True story, my friend's dad. You want to make sure that the police have the important information as to where your loved one might be trying to go. Are they trying to go from Westerly to Pawtucket because that's where they grew up? Include that information. Because if you find that your loved one is missing, as the police and first responders are coming to the house, they can be looking for your loved one along the way. And if they have an understanding of what does the individual respond to by name, and where do they think, or where are they most likely to be thinking that they're going? Do they believe perhaps that they're going to go see their mom? It makes it easier if the first responders have that information ahead of time so that they can have that conversation when the person is identified wandering down the sidewalk. They can say, hey, Art, are you looking for your mom? Come on, I'll take you. And they can make sure that the individual is then safe. So I understand that it can be really scary to be a caregiver for someone with dementia, because you might just turn away for a moment. We all have to take a shower. And for that time that you're in your shower, maybe that's the time that they thought they were going to go look for the mail at the mailbox and got distracted or couldn't find the mailbox. And now they're wandering down the street and you get out of the shower and you're like, oh my God, where are they? And you want to think of ways to keep your loved ones safe. The Alzheimer's Association has a 24/7 answered by a real human being, even in the middle of the night when weird stuff can happen. They have a 24/7 caregiver support line. That number is 1-800-272-3900. And if you are struggling, maybe your loved one is adamant. Maybe it's the type of dementia that they have false beliefs or maybe some delusions, and they're positive that coat rack in the corner is somebody who broke into the house and is intending to do them harm. The 24/7 helpline can give you tips and tricks to help redirect your loved one, to be able to put them at ease when it's the middle of the night and you're frantic and you're not really sure what to do. So there are a lot of different steps to keeping someone safe who has dementia. These are just a couple of them. I've spoken before about the Rhode Island Special Needs Emergency Registry. That was one of those things that became very important during the blizzard. It helped the emergency management agencies in every city and town help prioritize what streets needed to be cleared first. They were able to identify, obviously, the roads that got us to hospitals, to treatment centers, as well as our elderly housing units. But if there were individuals on the emergency registry that needed a home health aide to be able to get in, or were imperative to be able to get out for dialysis, those roads to get plowed were prioritized. It might not have felt like it. There was an awful lot of snow, but having your loved one registered on the Special Needs Emergency Registry does make a difference in those kinds of crises. And it does feed in to your local police station in the event that someone calls from the house on the phone number that was used to register on the Rhode Island Special Needs Emergency Registry. But I also recognize that we might have a house phone, you might have a cell phone, your other half might have a cell phone, whereas your local police will take the information based on the address. And if they know that your dad, Art, is trying to go home to Pawtucket or going out to West Warwick, or maybe they think they're going to Miami, if they are missing from the house, it enables the police to act more quickly and be on the lookout as they travel to your house. I know this is a scary topic, but it is one that is so important to consider ahead of time, before the crisis, because individuals with dementia, it's not that they're intending to wander away from their home and be lost. It is the disease is robbing them of that sense of familiarity. And it can be very hard to experience. And I want you to know that there is help available 24/7, 365 through the Alzheimer's Association. And again, that number is 1-800-272-3900. Now, tonight, when you snuggle into your bed and you put your head in the pillow and you pull up your blankets and you're nice and comfy, think about what it would be like if none of that felt familiar and nothing in your room looked like anything you'd ever seen before. And maybe even the person next to you is a stranger. And think what that might feel like and how quickly you might want to get out of that scenario. It only takes a few minutes, and it's no harm, no foul on the caregiver. It's a lot. Give yourself grace. But help is available. You have to reach out. And we are all in this together. If there's anything RI Elder Info can do, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can visit our website, rielderinfo.com. Under Health and Support, we have caregiver support group information. We also have different types of care. If paying is a concern, under types of care, we also have information regarding the different ways that care can be paid for, the difference between Medicare and Medicaid, long-term care insurance, all of those things. If you feel like maybe you need to look at protecting assets or really looking long-term, how to cover the costs, reach out to our sponsors. You can certainly look at our help and legal section on our website. But help is available. You don't have to go it alone. We are all in this together. So I know this was a hard one maybe for you to hear, but it's really important if you share this out because there are a lot of folks who are faced with this. I am grateful for your attention. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. I even hope to see you at our comedy fundraiser on the 13th. Only $25. You can come laugh with me. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. In the meantime, be well and be kind.